Hi everyone. So the other day I was going through some of my scrapbook paper scraps. I was looking for something for a project and I kept coming across these little bits and pieces that I really liked, and so I started stuffing them in this little Ziploc bag. And I just loved all of the patterns and just the fun on all of these pages, and so I decided I wanted to try to use these. From time to time I'm going to try and grab this bag and use these beautiful colorful scraps. And so I decided that for this month's snack bag book page for November, I would use some of these to create a background, fun little background, just collaging on some pieces. So I went through this stack and I pulled out some that I liked that I thought looked really nice together. So I have all of these greens and reds and pinks, and I just thought they looked so sweet, and I thought cut in little bits and attach to the paper bag. I thought they would be so fun. So I'm going to slide those over and go ahead and get this month's page out. This is the next to the last page in our snack bag book. So I'm going to just slide that out. So I went through and put the little numbers on the pages that I said I was going to do. And so they all have their number, and then at the end I'd like to put a little list right here of what all the prompts were, so that I'll be reminded in years to come just what we were doing here. So, let's see, this is the page, but that's not going to stay folded back, so we're going to just look at this little cutie pie while we work. Okay, I'm just going to cut these little bits and make what's sometimes referred to as a paper quilt. You guys have seen people take their scraps and sew them together, and you can actually do that if you want to make a, legit realistic looking quilt. But I'm just going to cut some little bits and glue them down, and then I thought I would just take a pen and go around and just draw in the stitch lines rather than sew this together. I'm going to just draw them in and have a little bit of faux stitching going on. So first I'm going to just go ahead and just start cutting these. They're not going to be all squares or all rectangles. They're just going to be whatever shape or size that I happen to cut. And I'm not measuring anything. I'm just cutting. And I wanted to see if I could get a little bit of each one of these patterns, and we'll see how it goes. I might have to come back and get more of some of them, depending on what I have, how it looks. And I may trim some of these up as I'm working too, just to make them fit better in a particular spot or something like that. So let's see here. I just don't know exactly how they're going to all fit, or if they're all going to fit. Just going to play and see what happens here. Okay, and then I'm going to just lay them out and see how I feel like the pattern is working. It's a very small page, so of course a lot of these are going to be trimmed down. They may overhang the edge of the page, and I'll come back and trim them a little bit here and there. But I just think these are just adorable. These little tiny bits of paper are always so... it's so magical to me how patterns can look one way on a big sheet of paper, and then when you cut it down into small pieces, it just totally changes it, and I love that aspect about it. So just trying to get an idea for what I want here, and then I'll start gluing them down. All right, I love it. I think that is just just the cutest little patchwork. And I think it's going to be just really adorable once I get the stitching on. So I'm just, whoops, I don't know if that's going to be dark enough, thick enough. I'm going to use the Sharpie pen instead. There we go. I like that. Can see it better. I'm just going to go around each one like that. So I decided I wanted a couple more pieces on the patchwork. It felt like there was a couple of large areas that needed a little bit of extra, so I'm just going to put down these couple more. This is such a fun way to use your scraps and make something really fun. I've never made one of these before, so I am thoroughly enjoying it, and I guess that's why I'm continuing to add pieces. Oh my gosh. It doesn't take much to amuse me, obviously. Okay, so let's put this one up top, and it just kind of helps to break up that big block of red up there. And I think that looks really cute. I mean, it looked cute anyway. I mean, you could have gone either way with it, but since I've got these scraps still laying here, I thought, you know, I might just want to add a couple more bits, you know. It just kind of looks a little more balanced too, and spread out, so I'm liking that. Now I just have to put a little bit of stitching on those pieces. It's just so easy. And in just a matter of a couple of minutes, you've got a full little background. I love it. Okay. So the next thing that I have to put on this page, and this is going to be a very simple, basic page too, because I think that's what these pages are kind of about, just being simple and putting something together quickly on a little small, almost 4x4, you know, size page. So something else I've been doing a lot of lately is I got an old used book of wildflowers, and I've been trimming out some of the images of the flowers in the book. And I don't do the fussy cutting. I do the lazier version where you leave a little white edge, which turns out to be a beautiful addition to this page. The fact that the edges are white, it helps this little flower to just stand out so nicely. So, yay for lazy fussy cutters. Okay, so I'm going to attach this little guy because I think that's so beautiful. And it's adding so much to this cute little patchwork quilt page. So I'm going to try to do this without tearing my, my flower here. I have been known to damage small animals and other things by being too rough with the glue stick, but I think we're going to make it here. Well, let me get it off the sheet first, and then we'll know. Okay, all right, yay. All right, so let's take this guy, fit it, I'm thinking right about there. A little clump of glue on the front of this flower. I'm going to wipe that away. There we go. There we go. So beautiful. I love it. Okay, and I'm of course going to add some words. I may outline that still with a black pen to help it stand out even more, but I just think that's so pretty on that pink and green and red background. Just love it. Okay, so I've got a phrase here from the Tim Holtz Small Talk book of stickers, and I'm going to use this phrase that says collect beautiful moments and put that there. Let's see if I can get my glue out here and open. Just like to add a little bit of glue to ensure that these are going to stick and stay put. Okay. There we go. Just put that here. That looks really nice. Collect beautiful moments. I had already edged that sticker with my pit pen, my Faber-Castell pit pen, so that it would stand out too. So there you can see how that looks. And so that really finishes off the page for me. Now, since this is a one of the pocket pages, I thought I would make just a little tag, a quick little tag, really, using another bit of from the scraps, a little piece that I used right here. And I thought I would take this, and I have a piece of that, a piece of cardstock that I've punched with edge punch, border punch. And I thought I would put that down at the bottom here, and trim it down just a little bit too, because I don't need it to be quite that wide. Just put some of this tape on here. Right. So we can kind of center it on here like so. That's pretty close. Pretty close to being centered. Not quite straight though. Of course, that's my specialty, putting things down not quite straight. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and we'll snip off the edges. Okay. And this one too. Okay. That's pretty good. All right, so I love that little lacy border on the edge. Very cute. Okay, then I've got a little label that I'm going to stick on, and I'll be able to journal on the label at some point. I probably won't do that now, but I'm just going to go ahead and get it stuck down right about there. Okay, and then I have a little rub on that I'm gonna see if I can attach this. Let's see, get the backing off and see how we manage. I think that's kind of cute right there. All right, let's see how we did. There we go. That is adorable. I love it. So sweet. Okay, so this will be a tag that's going to go inside our pocket here. And I'll come back and put a little ribbon or, you know, some kind of little tab here to be able to pull it out of the pocket. But isn't that cute? That's just adorable. Okay, so grab your scraps, everybody, and let's see how you do on your paper patchwork quilt. And I look forward to seeing what you create. And check out our Mixed Media Morsels Facebook group if you haven't already. Come over and click the join button, and we'll get you in as soon as we possibly can. And you can share your morsel creations and view what some of the other members are posting as well. and they're all quite fun and so unique. So come check it out. And since we are nearing the end of our little book here, and we're going to be doing the last page, be sure you keep an eye on my channel, because at some point, probably next month, I will be sharing with you what my plan is for next year's morsels. So I want you to be getting excited about that, and we will see you very soon. So take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.